Hello everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are here with Conrad on the bridge that we just got back. Yeah. And yeah, let's see what's gonna wait for us. There's still a chance that some Imperials are holed up inside the Castellum. We'll need to search it top to bottom to be sure it's safe. In the meantime, I want you to rendezvous with the main host. Keep your weapons at the ready. There's a chance you might come face to face with soldiers on the run en route. On second thought, it might be prudent for you to do a preemptive sweep of the region for soldiers that have gone to ground. We shouldn't afford them any time to regroup and launch a counterattack. And you've judged your work to be done. Report to General Alden in Bittermill. Let's do that. Alrighty, we're here with Raban. Private, all's well at the bridge. Of course. Good, good. The fighting has died down here too, as you can see. Pippin left but a moment ago with a contingent of troops to occupy Valadina. If and when the Imperials return, they'll find us dug in behind their own walls. I could not have hoped for a better outcome, General. Splendidly done. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It'll take more than one Castellum to turn the tide. My men and I will deal with the remaining enemy forces. Scions, I bid you return to Commander Camp and his men. Delight not over much in victory, not when there are battles left to fight. Our work here is finished. Our resistance allies are waiting. Nice. Okay, let's go. Alrighty, we're back with Conrad. Back so soon. I suppose the general and his men had matters well in hand. The Vice Marshal and his men showed up not long after you left. If the gods are good, there'll be no one left to fight. Rising fortunes, rising spirits. I know you're not one for waiting, but if you'll bear with us. Commander Camp, Marshal Terrapin reports that their sweep of the Castellum's interior has been completed. So it's finally over, eh? Pray extend to him my deepest thanks. It's official then. Castellum Valadina is well and truly ours. Mayhap this calls for... Wait, where's Manago? She took her bird and flew off towards the Peering Stones, the village of the M tribe. There she was born. I doubt that the Imperials who fled Valadina had in mind to give them trouble on their way back east, but she was nevertheless worried, so I gave her leave to go and see that her people were safe. Though I pray you are right, it would be best if Manago were not alone as she should encounter the enemy. Agreed, let's all go to the Peering Stones and make sure that everything is alright. If that is your wish, then I've no objection. Just let the guard know when you wish to cross. Right now. We finally made it to the other side. We can finally look at the map. Okay. So, yeah, let's go there. Alright, we made it to the Peering Stones.
Ah, you've come. Welcome, friends, to my village. My home.
How fare your people?
Good, all things considered. Better than the Ananta at any rate. They've sent an emissary. I'll take you to her.
We're here to help. Will you tell us what happened?
Aye. It began with a quarrel between the Imperials and the Kaliana.
The Kaliana are another Ananta tribe, the strongest and the most influential. Unlike the Viera, they want no part of our troubles. They swore fealty to the Empire, and were content to remain within their borders.
Just so. The Kaliana forsook their pride in the fight and yielded to Garlemald long ago. But then a new commander was sent to hold the Black Bridge. She demanded the Kaliana surrender a hostage, this butcher.
Fordola. It doesn't make sense, though. The Viera are the ones working with the Resistance. Why would she threaten the Kaliana?
Because she is ignorant like all Imperials. She knows not the difference between Kaliana and Viera, nor does she care to learn.
I see. All Fordola knew for sure was that the resistance would come from the west. She reasoned, therefore, that if the Ananta on the east bank turned their coats, she would be trapped. I take it the Kaliana had no choice but to oblige her.
No, they did not. The Imperials left with the Kaliana broodmother's own daughter, Anamika. Long days and nights she looked out on the Black Bridge weeping for her child. Until you came. The broodmother knew at once which way the winds would blow. She and her warriors met with the fleeing Imperials in the road and demanded that her daughter be returned.
Bad idea. Fordola's not the kind to take threats lying down.
You know her well. The butcher turned her blade to Anamika and bade the Kaliana move aside. But the broodmother would not yield.
I know where this is going.
The Kaliana surrounded the Imperials, one of whom, whether out of fear or stupidity, cut the child down. There was naught that could be done.
What madness.
The true madness was yet to come. For in her despair, the Kaliana broodmother cried out for her daughter to be restored to life. She beseeched Sri Lakshmi's intercession.
She summoned a primal then and there?
I remember Lakshmi.
That she did, if only for an instant. Bereft of courage and honor, the broodmother sought solace in her faith. The Imperials fled in terror at the sight of the goddess, abandoning these lands to the Ananta. Now the Kaliana bid us make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Yet though we Viera revere Sri Lakshmi as the holiest of the holy, we will not prostrate ourselves before her.
And so you turn to us?
Aye. All who have fought with the resistance have heard tell of the warrior, the icon slayer.
That's me. At your service.
I believe we have heard enough. Inconvenient though the timing may be, if a primal has indeed been summoned, we can scarce afford to ignore it. We must needs discuss how best to resolve this situation.
Ooh, some new gear. Is there another cutscene? Why is it so dark? What? Okay. Ooh, I look like a knight or something. That is cool. The lure of the dream. At the risk of sounding hopelessly naive, there may yet be a way to avoid a violent confrontation. In the past, I fear I have been rather too willing to accept that we have no other resource than to risk our lives, or rather your life, to address these threats. Yet the primals we have faced thus far have demonstrated a variety of temperaments and objectives. Ravana may delight in battle, but Ramu would sooner keep to the forest with his children. If we decide to challenge Sri Lakshmi, it would seem wise to learn more of her nature from those who summoned her onto this world. If that is your will, then so be it. To the north will you find our village. Sarisha shall unfold all. We shall leave at once. Manago, can you inform our comrades at the bridge of what happened? Of course, be safe, my friends. Alright, let's get some more information. Okay, we're here at the Ananta and with Sarisha. We do not often receive guests. What is the purpose of your visit? Greetings and well met. We are the Sons of the Seventh Dawn, and we come seeking Sarisha of the Viera. You are she, are you not? You have petitioned us for aid and succor, and we intend to provide them, but we will first learn more Sri Lakshmi, that we might better understand the nature of the threat she poses to you. A simple request, and one which I shall gladly oblige. In the beginning was Sri Lakshmi. We were created in her image, daughters blessed with her beauty. Her breath became ours, her serenity our solace. There was naught she would not give. It was the Kalyana broodmother's desire to bring about her daughter's resurrection, which first called for Sri Lakshmi from the ether. That being the case, I rather doubt the goddess will be spoiling for a fight. That would depend. The primal's motives will have been colored by the summoner's state of mind, namely that of a grieving mother who had just borne witness to her daughter's murder. Though she apparently craved a miracle, she may also have harbored thoughts of vengeance. Moreover, the Kalyana's conception of Sri Lakshmi may differ from that of the Viera. This is true. The Viera and the Kalyana do indeed regard the Lady of Bliss in different ways. To the Viera, Sri Lakshmi embodies freedom. She would not suffer her daughters to be bound to another's will. And so we stand with the resistance against the Empire and give our lives for the cause. To the Kalyana, however, she embodies transcendental beauty, which they strive to create through their craft. To shape crystal is less art and more ritual, a sacred duty wherein each tribute is imbued with a fragment of the soul. The Imperials do not interfere with this holy work, and so the Kalyana were content to turn inward and ignore our plight. Until reality asserted itself and they summoned a primal, a fever dream to soothe their aching hearts. But surely they can see that it won't do any good. The Imperials will still rule these lands, nothing will change. The Ananta will. The Kalyana may bade the Viera make pilgrimage to pay proper respects, remember? Those who do not wish to partake of their primal's bliss will be made to do so. Not while we're around, they won't. Though our beliefs are not the same, we are still kin to the Kalyana. Will you help them to see reason? You can count on us. Know that I'll kill your god if I have to, maybe even if I don't. Then we shall, for without you we may be powerless to stop them. If we do not act quickly, more lives will be lost, more families torn apart, more children made to suffer. Then it's settled. We're going to find that primal and put an end to this. My sister Vashra will guide you to Janan Kad, and I shall pray for your success. Well met, Silence. I'm Vashra, she who shines bright and unbroken. I stand ready. We leave upon your command. Well, this is my command. Let's go. The Lady of Bliss. Ooh. You ready? You look ready. Jana and Kat, there you find the Kalyana's crystals and Sri Lakshmi. Follow me. Let's follow her. Alrighty, here we are. Looks cool. We have to react to the Ifrit. And that looks pretty. Oh, Lakshmi's so pretty. Makes sense that she's like a goddess of beauty.
Why, mistress? Why does my Ala Mhigo slumber still?
Look thee on her face, supplicant. Thy prayer hath been answered. Flesh sundered hath been made whole. Blood spilt runneth through her veins. Breath stolen filleth her breast.
But she hears not her mother's words, nor sees her mother's face. She's silent and empty.
Only the vessel may be remade, not so the flame which flickered within. Her soul hath been scattered to the four winds.
Now do you see her promises for what they are?
Alisaie, have you gone mad?
Mayhap I have, but I refuse to stand by and watch yet another tragedy unfold.
Who intrudes upon this sacred ground? Imperials, thirsting for blood!
No! We come not to shed blood, but to save you from the false god who would lead you astray. I understand how you feel. I do. You loved her with all your heart, but when the moment came, you still couldn't save her. The anguish, the anger, I know it only too well. But I also know where this path leads. To embrace a primal is to condemn yourself to an endless cycle of despair. You will never know peace.
A worm-eaten heart may find peace and serenity in service, in beauty and grace. This hath ever been my promise. Naught else.
You tempt them with visions of things that can never be and leave them bereft and wanting. No illusion, however sweet, can change the fact that your daughter is gone. Remember her as she was. Do not suffer this piteous shade to tarnish her memory.
For every prayer that Primal answers, it'll demand payment in kind. Do you have any idea how many more Ananta will die to feed its hunger for crystals?
They would have thee suffer man's spite and live in fear. Far better to dwell in my beauteous dream than endure so ugly a reality.
She's wrong! We hate the Empire as much as you, if you just listen!
Poor misguided children. I would spare you the torments of this cruel and misshapen world. Come, bask in my radiance. Let it fill your hearts and free you from your burdens.
Hey, look at me.
Abide in misery then, fools. The Ananta are more deserving of my blessing. Leave these lands and my dreamers be. I will not warn you a second time.
Try me, I'm the warrior of light. I know, it was stupid and foolish, but I had to try, Laura, I had to. I had to try and I failed, so you have to fight, there is no other way. I wrecked them from the dream, never stop trying, Primals cannot be suffered to live, you know this. Thank you, Laura, I know you will. We can but do that which is within our power. Lise, Atheno, and I will go and seize their crystal stores. This will not happen again. And you, when it is finished, we will be waiting for you. Let's get in queue. And here we are. Facing Lakshmi. The music here is also so good.
Decriers, defilers! Open your hearts to me!
Oh my god.
Rest your weary souls in my bosom. I shall free you from your hate! Surrender to bliss. Do not your souls weigh heavy?
Oh my god.
Your souls are stained. I shall free you from your hate. Surrender to bliss. Your souls are stained. Darkness holds no soul.
We did it.
You did it again. You saved them. I just wish I could have been more help.
Don't worry, nothing new.
So, it looks like the Ananta did have a mountain of crystals after all. Like every other tribe. Gods were all such slaves to our weaknesses.
You slew our mistress! She was our hope, our salvation! Is there no end to your cruelty?
Listen to me, please. I know that you're only trying to protect yourselves because you feel frightened and alone. But that's how we all feel. Don't you see? If we could just turn to each other for help instead of the gods, I'm sure we could find a way to live in peace. Your crystals are important to you, aren't they? Reflections of your souls, right? Well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice something so precious to a primal.
Who are you to question our choice? You, who fight without fear? We wish only to live in peace. And if this be the price we must pay, then so be it!
I know there's nothing I can say to convince you. But I hope that one day you look back and see we only ever wanted the same thing.
Begone, damn you! Spare me your hollow words, and leave me to mourn.
I'll go. But it doesn't mean I'm giving up. Girabania is our home too. And one way or another, we're going to have to learn to live together. Come on. Alphino and Alize are waiting.
Meanwhile, in the royal palace of Ala Mhigo. Did they butcher Kral already? We're taking a long time to save her.
Ah, the savage returns, and with her tail firmly between her legs, beaten by beastmen, I hear.
It was a shameful display, by all accounts. She may have curried the Viceroy's favor with her bold promises, but in the end, she's just another plodding bungler like the rest of her kind.
Strange. You would think him a better judge of character. Then again, I hear she's not averse to a more physical mode of persuasion.
I thought she rose through the ranks rather quickly, but no longer. If only she had been content with her lot, she might have lived to see the morrow.
Damn. That's the thing, like, if they talk smack about her, they also talk smack about him, you know? Like, with everything they say. Like, if they just... You know?
Fedola Rem Lupus. Commander of the Crania Lupi, reporting as ordered.
That's the thing, if they just insult her, it would be one thing. But they are always bringing some insults that are also insulting him. It's like, what? Like, they're brave, man.
Why do you tremble so? Could it be that the Empire's butcher is afraid? That she who walks with death is terrified of her own?
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught. Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield, had I but the strength.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
Yes, my lord.
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions. You misjudged the Ananta and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
I do not, my lord.
My failures are my own. I am prepared to accept your judgment.
And that is very admirable. However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
I want... I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
Very well. Then I shall give you a chance. A chance to transcend your mortal limits. Assuming, that is, you are prepared to wager your life for such power.
Transcend, my lord. I came here prepared to die. Tell me what I must do.
Who the hell is that? Are they gonna do the same with her as they did with the clown? Oh, I have no idea. I wish you could have left on better terms, but that was never going to happen. It could be a problem if they get their hands on any more crystals, though. Never mind, we'll deal with that when the time comes. Silence of the gods. You've done us a great service this day. Long shall my sisters sing the praises of the Icon Slayer. Let us bear word to them of Sri Lakshmi's passing. Come, friends, to Viera Nilaya. Let's go there. Okay, so we're back. Let's see what they have to say. The winds whispered of your success, and your eyes confirmed their testimony. The Lady of Bliss no longer holds our Kalyana sisters in her thrall. For this we thank you. Nora did the deed. We were but witnesses to her heroism. However, I fear this is only the beginning, for there is no cure for that which drives the desperate to besiege the gods for salvation. Should they wish to use their crystals to summon Sri Lakshmi again, naught can be done to stop them. We ignore our sister's plight at our peril, this we know. We shall endeavor to show them another path so that the day you speak of never comes. We're all in this together, Ala Mhigo and Ananta. We understand that hopefully in time they will too. You and yours will ever be friends of the Viera, on that you have my word. We should be getting back to the Peering Stones. Thank you again, Sarisha, for everything. Alright, let's go back. And we're back at the Peering Stones. Welcome back. Conrad and Marshal Terrapin came to render aid, but I hear that won't be necessary. It won't. Sri Lakshmi's gone. But I should have probably started at the beginning. Incredible. I don't know what to say. If you hadn't been there to stop her, who knows where it would have ended. You've saved a lot of lives, Laura. Take pride in that. It must be said that this is something of an unprecedented situation. Previous summonings were, to my knowledge, planned well in advance by a tribe as a whole. Indeed, there are several aspects of this incident which bear further investigation. In any event, the Kalyana's supply of crystals must remain limited for the foreseeable future, and ambient ether levels closely observed. Understood. The Alliance will consult with the Resistance at the Viera on how best to enforce said restrictions. Thank you, Vice Marshal. To other matters then. What news of the Imperials? None, which itself is troubling. It seems as though the skulls and the remainder of the garrison have fully withdrawn into the peaks. You've seen neither hide nor hair of them since Velodina. Regardless of their reasons, our path is clear. Father has decided that it is time to advance east. Finally! It was also most empathetic that you be spared further duties for the present. You are to rest. It would not do for the warrior of light to collapse from exhaustion during the march. We may not be as strong or as quick as her, but we are soldiers nonetheless. We could deal with the Imperials. Aye, you've earned this respite, so enjoy it. And the same goes for you, Manago. You've been away from your family too long, don't deny it. As you say, sir, thank you. We'll make the most of our time here. Looks like it's up to me and mine to give you a lot a proper welcome. My mother prepared a special meal for this occasion, and I have it on good authority that hers is the finest cooking this side of the Velodina. Okay. It's a pretty moon. Honored guests, I pray you partake of our humble offerings as we give thanks for our many valiant deeds. Nice. Thank you, sir, for this warm welcome. We are honored to break bread with you and your family. Come, come, eat your fill of our food and drink deep of our spirits. There is more than enough for all. Well, when you put it that way, don't mind if I do. She wasn't kidding when she said her mother could cook. You know, seeing her with her family, I can't help thinking of my own. Oh my god, next therapy session, I can't. My father would come home from a hunt with dinner on his shoulder, and Ida would prepare it with herbs and spices. Our mother died when I was little, so she did most of the cooking. We didn't have much, but we had each other, and that was enough for me. But they wouldn't let us have even that. Theodoric Gaius, of course, father and Ida had to fight. I would have too if I'd been older, but they didn't have to die. It never ends, does it? They call us beasts and they treat us like them. They push and they until someone pushes back, until someone takes up arms or summons a god, a false god. If the 12 are watching us, what are they thinking? What are they thinking when they see the strong hurt the weak, when people fight and die and nothing gets better and it just goes on and on? There's no justice, just us. You'd have to ask them. Yeah, don't ask me, I don't know. I don't think the gods listen to people like me. Well, then don't ask me. Thanks for listening. I know I was just rambling, but I feel better somehow. Glad I could help. Who knows what the answers are, or if there even are any. Either way, life goes on, and we've got to go with it. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. I must be getting tired. Time to turn in, I think. Yeah, I think you talked enough. Tomorrow's another day, eh? Let's see what it brings. Sleep well, Laura. There's something to be said for our home-cooked meals or not. We must cherish these moments, fleeting as they are. The fight will always be there, waiting for us to return. That is true. Alrighty, but I think that's it for this episode. Ooh, we can finally fly here. Nice. Okay, I like that. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like if you like what you see, and obviously subscribe if you would like to see more. I try to upload every single day. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and bye bye.